Hey, TikTok. I'm so excited. Welcome to the very first episode of the Red Flag Diaries. So this is going to run kind of like a Am I the Asshole podcast, except for I'm not going to read the Am I the Asshole Reddits and subreddits and things like that. This is going to be curated by me, and it's going to be looking for red flags from all the forums, Am I the Asshole, relationship advice, divorce forums, all that. And it will always remain completely anonymous. I don't want to, put anybody's information out there. So I will read you the story, and then we're going to pick out the red flags. And some of them are obvious, and some of them are less obvious. And so the one that I chose for my first episode, oh my goodness, buckle in. This is a fucking doozy. These red flags are really clear, but there's some things that the OP did that I really genuinely hope she changes. So let's jump into this, shall we? Okay. So the story that I have for you today is called How Do I, 20 female, tell my friend, 20 male, that he needs to stop seeing me as his future wife? That's a red flag. Okay, so I, 20 female, have been best friends with this guy, 20 male, who we'll call Ben, since we were both in elementary school. Our parents were close and always fostered this friendship between us, and when we got older, encouraged a relationship. Creepy. We dated for a year in our early teens before deciding to stay friends, as I realized I'm a lesbian. Keep that in mind while I read this. The problem is that ever since then, when he talks about his future, he always puts me in the role of his stay-at-home wife. Big fucking red flag. For a while, I thought it was cute that he wanted me to be in his life so much, since I thought that it was just a best friends dreaming about living together thing. But lately, I've begun to become uncomfortable with it, as it's clear he's genuinely serious about this. Jesus. Okay. So, the problem is, I'm sorry. It all came to a head yesterday when he called me after getting back from a Tinder date. When I asked him how it went, he began to rant to me about how horrible the girl was and how they weren't compatible at all. During his ranting, he mentioned that she had asked him what his plans for the future looked like and then couldn't handle his response. Can't fucking imagine why. Jesus. His response to her, it was him talking about how he would have me move in with him. He would work full time and I would stay at home and take care of the house, and we would have a dog, a cat, and raise at least 2 children together. What the fuck? She obviously didn't take her date talking about what was essentially a married life with another woman well, and left the date immediately, leaving him with the bill. Thank fucking God for that. I didn't say anything at the time, but it really put me off. Ben knows I don't want kids, nor do I want to be a stay-at-home wife. And how about the fact that you're a lesbian? Jesus Christ, dude. Just get some thought in your head. Okay. So anyway, he also knows that I don't have feelings for him and can't have feelings for any man at all. The fact that he's so genuinely serious about this weird fantasy is really uncomfortable for me. So how do I confront him about it without causing issues between our families and in our friendship? Outside of this one issue, he's really a great friend and I don't want to lose him. Any advice would be appreciated, thanks. Oh, honey, but wait, there's more. There's an actual update that she brings in. So hold on. So after reading the comments from her original post, she says, after reading the comments that told me that the situation was likely to escalate, yeah, real likely to escalate, that I should confront him about it and cut him off. I took action. I asked my older brothers, two 25 male, 23 male, to come over before inviting Ben to my apartment for a talk. That way, if Ben acted out, I would have someone to both witness it and protect me. They stayed in my room with the door open while I talked to Ben in the living room. First of all, yes, you should have had your brothers there, but you shouldn't have had to confront him about this. This should have just been, we're done. Like, have enough self-respect and enough, confidence that nothing about this is okay. And you don't have to worry about hurting his feelings. He's dangerous. But we'll get there. Hold on. So when Ben got to my apartment, he could tell something was off. I sat him down on the couch and explained, while I valued our friendship, our plans for the future did not align, and he needed to acknowledge that. I told him that I felt disrespected as a person because he knows that I'm a lesbian who never wants kids, yet still puts me in the place of his future stay-at-home wife and mother of his children. He cut in, Ben, he cut in saying that it didn't disrespect me. Let's hear the mansplaining on how this was fucking normal. Okay. Because he never mentioned that I would be married or have children together, just that we would live together and I would help raise his kids. What the fuck? I pointed out that's essentially just a married couple with children and that I didn't want to raise kids at all. Then I told him that we needed to take a step back from our friendship because it really wasn't healthy at this point. He calmly asked me if I was ending our friendship, and I said yes. He seemed rather calm throughout our whole conversation, so I thought it was safe to just come out and say it bluntly. Honey, men like this are never safe. Okay. That was a mistake on my part, as he lost it. He didn't even say anything to me in response. He just slapped me across the face and roughly shoved me off the couch. Jesus Christ. Having my brothers there was a good call because they intervened before he could do anything else. I went into my room and locked my door while they made him leave, just in case he tried anything else. My brothers managed to successfully get him out, and after I blocked him on everything, we spent the rest of the night playing video games to take my mind off the situation. See, this is where I think the poster went wrong. The first thing you should have done was call the fucking police because you've been assaulted. But no, the first thing she did the next day was to snitch to his mom. He slapped me hard enough that there was a handprint on my face, so all it took to get his family to believe me was sending a picture with the explanation, and she was appalled at his behavior and said that she didn't raise her son to be that way and she was ashamed of him. She told me not to worry about him anymore and that she and his dad will deal with him. So far, he's left me alone. Our mutual friends haven't talked to him since they found out what happened, and life is going on like normal. Any sadness that I felt at losing a friend was gone the second he laid his hands on me. If anything else happens in the next coming while, I'll update again on my personal profile. Okay. There are so many red flags, but the fact that she didn't file a police report really bothers me. That type of escalation is terrifying. And just his delusion that woman didn't have any autonomy, anything. Those red flags were so clear. But please, all of you, sound off. What would you do in this situation? Would you have called the police or would you have gone to the parents? Because I'm pretty sure the parents are really grateful she didn't call the police because that way their little snowflake freak show didn't go to prison. Personally, I like to think that I'd call the police, but tough situation. And I don't think I would have called him into my personal space to confront him about clear fucking delusions. So let me know what you think. Again, the Red Flag Diaries. I'm super excited to bring this to you, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. All right, have a great one.